doing a little bit of an intro here for you guys that are watch the video on demand later. We're switching things up a little bit today. We're going to do a podcast with my buddy DJ Waters and a little bit of casual MF. So we're going to kind of cover thoughts on like D2 Remaster, the new Diablo projects, and whatever other questions you guys have live. So DJ, want to introduce yourself, buddy?
Absolutely. So for those who don't know me, DJ Wars 22, in the Army, been in the Army almost 9 years now, living in South Korea for the third time. Been making D2 videos for a couple years now and on and off due to Army reasons, but trying every day.
Yeah, time zones in Korea, right?
It's 10:15 at night right now.
All right, viewers are trickling in. That's good.
Yeah, man. It's great because we've been talking for a while, so it's great that we can actually do something together.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's so hard between like we work like full-time jobs, you know, mortgage, family, that kind of thing. I don't have kids, but you know what I mean? It makes it tough to
Absolutely.
meet up with everybody's schedules and stuff. But
So, first thing,
what's up?
let's talk about what made you want to get into creating Diablo 2 content.
Oh, good question. Okay, there's like 3 videos. One was I watched Indrix Pindle Run, fired Java's Eldritch Pindle Run video. I watched that video. I watched it was a random link of Mr. Llama. He was doing it was that like Druid World Record
Awesome.
speedrun VOD or whatever. I watched that. And believe it or not, your 100 pit run. Those are like the top 3 videos that I watched that I was like, you know what? I love this game so much. I'm going to try make some content. So that's kind of how I got into it.
It's a good choice, man. So
How
how I
about
got
you?
started. Yeah, I saw a couple videos. One of them was from Extremis, and I think the one that really got me into it was him and Indrik, I believe. They did like 100 runs or something. Like I think it was Mephisto or something. And I was like, man, that's such a cool idea. Like I never thought of doing something like that, you know? And this is probably like 2016, I think. And I was just like, wow, that's really cool. And I was like, I want to do something like that. And I guess that was pretty much it back then. That's what got me started.
You know what's funny is it actually, if you watch the cinematics, you know that guy Marius, he actually says Mephisto. He doesn't say Mephisto,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
kind of funny.
I
It's
I say
but
Mephisto.
everybody calls him Mephisto, but people get really touchy over how stuff is pronounced in Diablo 2.
Oh
I don't
man,
really care, but
I used to say ruin. I don't know why, but people.
Oh my god, DJ Waddles, it's rude, you noob. It's rude.
yeah, I don't even care about that stuff. What's going on, chat? Just shouting out everybody. If I see, you're on Twitch right now, right, DJ?
Yeah, we're on Twitch right now.
Okay, cool. I was gonna say if I see any cool questions or whatever, then
Definitely.
yeah, I love this game so much. I could like it's just. I was like, I gotta do it. Gotta make some videos. But yeah, you guys inspired me. So
It's good to hear, man. You're doing well,
pretty
man.
funny, eh?
You're
Now
blowing
I'm
up.
doing a podcast with the guy that inspired me to do it.
How cool is that, man? You're almost at 10K subs now. That's
Yeah, it's
crazy.
pretty crazy.
That's crazy, man. That's good though. That's really good. Okay, so we all know there's tons of Diablo news coming out, or they say, right? So, what do you think? Let's start off small. What do you think about Diablo 3 on the Nintendo Switch?
Okay, I'm like the worst guy to give an opinion on Diablo 3 because I've literally never played it. I've watched my brother-in-law play it for like
Oh,
10 minutes.
never
So, yeah.
played it?
Never played it, dude. But it felt like God of War to me, but like it wasn't as good as God of War, but it just didn't. Diablo 3 in general just doesn't feel like Diablo 2 to me. But I was not trying to do runs here while I'm talking. But I don't think it's why the Nintendo Switch or whatever. I don't it seems weird to me. I think it's a dumb idea, but maybe they're trying to like get into the Nintendo market. I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean,
it seems stupid to me, but that like I don't know.
it's been like 6 years. Like, why now? Why is now the time? Like, nobody's excited about Diablo 3 right now. I don't know why Nintendo Switch would be like, oh man, yeah, it's something I want to buy.
I feel like anybody who plays like on Nintendo Switch wouldn't be a Diablo fan to begin with. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
those are the guys that like love like Mario Party and stuff like that, right? Like, I don't want to blanket label people, but like that's people that are like hardcore Nintendo players, like those games, right?
Mhm.
Like, for the most part, like
Right. I don't like Diablo 3, but I think if I was going to play Diablo 3, I'd prefer it on Nintendo Switch because it's such a casual game and maybe it'd be cool at like the Doctors or something. But yeah, I wouldn't play it. But I hate that game so much. Well, I can't ask you about Diablo 3 much if you never played it.
No, unfortunately, you can't, dude. I actually had to ask viewers on the stream. I was like, "What's the storyline?" I know that Decker Kane dies from a purple butterfly.
Butterfly, man. The
Yeah,
most
everybody
disrespectful thing.
has issues on that.
Oh, God, that game is terrible.
Blizzard just spoke at Gamescom. They asked about a possible D2 remaster because apparently Diablo from. Oh, so someone was asking about Diablo 2 remaster.
Oh,
It's a whole nother.
Ooh, that'd be crazy.
You'd be surprised at my reaction to a D2 remaster.
Dude.
I don't. I'm worried that they would screw it up.
Oh yeah, I think we all are.
If they just made a patch update, ooh, thank you for the sub, a leak attack. If they just made a patch update with maybe like 10 more rune words, maybe like a few like really powerful ones, some like moderate power ones, just to like give you a little bit more character build variety.
Mm-hmm.
That's like all I would want. Or maybe like another Pandemonium event for some small charm that was something like 50 to MF, 50 to life, and maybe you took on like an Uber like Blood Raven, something like that. That's all I would want. I think the graphics are fine. Like
D2,
I'm just
right?
worried that they would totally screw it up. But
you talking about D2 or D2 remake?
D2 remaster. Sorry, I was saying like I wouldn't want a remaster. I would just want like a patch update with like a few couple things because I just am worried that they would screw it up.
For sure. I think, man, I think they're gonna butcher it, but I hope not. Like, I'm really optimistic. So that'll bring us into our next topic. We kind of hit it a little bit. Which Diablo do you want more? Not just D2, but is there any other D2 that you would want at this BlizzCon or in the future?
Well, I would just, I don't know, if they made a Diablo 4 that had a loot system that was a little bit similar to D2, I'd be down with that. That'd be cool. Like that would be. So what was the question again? It was like my dream announcement, or
right. So basically, I don't know if you saw the tweet for Diablo 3. They said that they're going to do multiple projects. One's coming for this BlizzCon they're going to announce, and then some other things in the future. So which ones do you want to see?
I'd want to see like a D2 update.
Okay.
Like just like what I basically said. That would be like my favorite thing. Like if they just made like a patch update, maybe made the stash a little bit bigger with like a little bit more end game content. Maybe like I said about maybe an extra Pandemonium event, some new rune words, but don't like don't make it like not Path of Exile. Don't make it like Median XL. Like Median XL doesn't even feel like Diablo 2 to me.
I 100% agree on that. On the median part. We'll talk about median later, but oh god, don't get me started on that thing. But what about like Diablo 1? Would you be excited about that if they're like, "Oh, Diablo 1's being remade?" Or what would you feel also about Diablo 3 new expansion?
Okay. Well, I think that one of their new project is going to be a Diablo 3 like edition. Like I feel like it's going to be something like, when they added the Necro to D3, I feel like it's going to be that, but with like maybe like a druid or something like that.
That'd be so
That's what I'm
sad.
thinking it'll be if they do a D3. But actually, a D1 remaster would be really cool. Like if they made it so that you could run, like maybe change the skill tree around a little bit, like that would be really cool. But
All right. So now I'm going to answer the question. So I think the most likely thing for this next one that they'll announce is, it's going to sound crazy, probably D1 or D2 remastered. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they're probably going to do D1 again. I hope not, because they already did that in Diablo 3, and in my opinion, it was terrible. So I hope they don't do that. And then I do think they'll also announce Diablo 4, but I don't think that'll be ready for a couple years at least. But I could definitely see them announcing like, "Hey, we're making Diablo 4 2021 or something."
I agree with you that like D4 is a ways off for sure, absolutely. But I think that they're gonna announce some. I hope you're right that it's a D2 or D1 remaster. That'd be cool. But I think it's just gonna be an extra character for D3. That's what I think that they're gonna announce.
That'd be so
That's
sad.
what I'm like. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm. It's not what I want, but that's what I think that'll happen.
I could see that. Dude, if I was there, I would stand up in the crowd. If they're like, "Guys, listen, all right, we got a new announcement for Diablo. Everybody's excited. It's going to be another Diablo 3 expansion." I would stand up, "Boo! Boo!"
That's what I think's gonna happen.
Oh my god, I'd be so mad. I would be so upset.
Chat's like losing it.
Dude, I would go crazy. But so so you never even played the D1 HD then if you didn't play D3, right?
No, my parents bought me the battle chest when I was like I don't know, 11, 12. It's going back so long. So it had like the Diablo 2 expansion, and Diablo 1 with like that strategy guide book and stuff. So I did play the regular Diablo 1. Like I never played. Like I know there's some expansion with other characters in it and stuff, isn't there? Or there's actually an HD mod? I didn't know that.
So basically a couple of BlizzCons ago, I think it was 2, maybe even 3, Blizzard's like, "Guys, we got a new remake for you." And guess what they did? They debated us. They showed us a Diablo 2 Necromancer. So I was like, "No." I was like, "They're gonna remake Diablo 2." They're like, "Guys, we are inspired to make a Necro pack for on Diablo 3, and also we're giving you Diablo 1 remake." So I was like, "Okay, that's not bad, you know?" But guess what the best part is, guys? And I was watching live. I was like, "Oh my god, what's the best part? Diablo 2?" They're like, "It's going to be on the Diablo 3 game." I was like, "No. No. No." So yeah, that's what they did, man. It was inside of Diablo 3, and it was like a special event where you could play Diablo 1, but it was trash, man. It was garbage.
Yeah, I think a D1 remake like garbage.
Garbage.
Sorry, I'm just trying to think of what I was saying. I hate in that game how you can't run. I hate that.
Oh yeah, I feel you on that. Because I first started playing LOD, and then a few years later I went back to play D1, and I was like, "Oh my god, you can't run!" So
Yeah,
that was driving me crazy. And Town Portals too, I was like, "Oh my goodness." It was tough, man. I don't know. I mean, I got nothing but love and respect for D1, but I guess it was before my time, you know. So it's kind of hard to appreciate as much.
D1 is like, how old is it now?
Oh man,
Diablo 2 is 18. So what does that make Diablo 1 then?
I want to
Diablo 1
say
come out 2 years before Diablo?
96, December 31st, 1996, according to Google. So
yeah, that's why it's not like, you got to take it for what it is, for how old it is, right?
right, I was like 6 years old. So I mean, I wasn't playing Diablo when I was 6. Who knows what I was doing? All right, so a huge topic Very debatable here. Single player or online? What do you prefer
Oh God,
and why?
you're throwing me to the wolves, man.
Throwing you to the wuss.
Honestly, single player.
Single
And
player.
that's nothing to do with like I'm not like everyone who loves BattleNet is like, oh, you just hate BattleNet or whatever. This is why I like single player. No realm down, so I can do stuff like endless Pindle runs, that kind of thing, right?
Mhm.
I don't have to deal with that bullshit like when you got like what happened to you? You got booted for a while there, right? And then they finally reactivated your account or something.
Yeah, that was on botnet.
But that's what I mean. But like whatever it was, you weren't realm down. Was that realm down or what did you get?
Temp
You were
ban
temporarily
because I
ban,
used
yeah.
a VPN. So basically, so are you familiar with ladder at all? Like you've played it though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I know.
I got
I've
a not failed to join. What's the one that's a little higher than failed to join? I can't think of the name. Where it's like temporary, not really a temp ban, but anyways, I couldn't enter because I was joining games too fast, and so I was like, well, I'm not waiting 15 minutes to 2 hours, right? So I was like, forget it, right? And I didn't even remember at the time, but I guess I turned my VPN on, and when I did that, it basically Blizzard thought I was doing something wrong, and so I got a temp ban for 2 weeks on that bad boy.
Jeez.
For using a VPN, yep.
Yeah. So like relate back to what I was saying. Like I don't have to deal with temp bans, realm down, none of that stuff. No internet issues. I feel like it's more items are it's more rewarding to find them if that makes sense. So
hmm
say like like 3 months into ladder, say you find like a 4-4 light fasted, right?
Right.
TJW, thank you very much for the subscription. So say you find like a 4-4 light fasted, right? And like you're like halfway or you're towards the end of ladder, that's like not worth anything, right? Everyone's like, oh no, I only want a 5-5 die light fasted, right?
Right.
Where I feel like it's just way more like rewarding when you find that drop. Like I still haven't found a Griffins yet on my Pluggy account. So when I find Griffins, like I'm gonna freak out and it's gonna be so much more rewarding than like I could have traded for one ages ago with like runes or other items that I'd found if I was playing online, right? So I feel like it's more rewarding in that sense. You can make a ladder reset whenever you want. So you can restart a new character, start from scratch if you want. And then like I use the pluggy mod, so then I have like the torch, Annie, ladder rune words, all that kind of stuff. So that's how I kind of get around the bad part of single player, like vanilla single player, when you can't get that stuff.
True
But
that.
like
True that.
on the other hand, though, like when you're playing online with other people, like you lose out on that on single player. So that's like a big kind of shitty aspect of single player. But if you had to ask me single player or multiplayer, I prefer single, but multi is still fun.
I hear you.
How
One of
about
the
you?
viewers, after this, I'll tell you. One of the viewers, I'm probably butcher his name,
Ah, man.
Vedupino?
I just found 2 javelin skills, 5 strength, 4 dex, 13 light res gloves, but they don't have IS. That sucks. Anyway, sorry to interrupt you.
No problem. Fedipino, he says another good thing about single player is players 1 through 8 control, which actually is a
Oh,
really good benefit. I like that one. That's actually a good
yeah,
point.
he's absolutely right. Totally forgot to mention that. There's map rolling. There's the map rolling aspect, and yeah, like you said, manipulating the players count. So yeah, that's actually really good. Totally forgot.
Yeah.
Really good point.
So now for me to answer.
Yeah.
God, man, if I had to pick one, I don't know. If I had to do one forever, I'd probably pick multiplayer. If it was forever, right? Like no, I could never go back, just because I love to play with like the community for ladder reset. Like I don't know if you went on Twitch at all for like one of the ladder resets. Like I mean, it's wild, man. Like all the streamers get together. There's hundreds and hundreds of viewers, and like I love interacting with people. So I don't think I could ever give that up. But I would say for me, online play is usually kind of seasonal. So like the first month or two is generally really fun until you're like 100% geared on multiple characters, and then it's kind of boring. So then I swapped to single player just to keep the game interesting because it's like
Right,
18
right.
years old, right? So there's not much to do. Let's be honest, right? Kind of do everything. I usually get 100% geared on like one character in like a week and a half, 2 weeks. Um, so I like to swap back to single player, and it kind of feels like a brand new game all over again, right? And then by the time I'm kind of boardish on single player, ladder resets just around the corner, and so I'll do that, and I'll just keep swapping, and that's kind of the only way I can keep the game fresh is doing different things.
Right, right. Yeah.
Let me ask you something. You ever played a private server? Because a lot of those things that you don't like about BattleNet, um, private servers kind of fix for you.
Yeah, I've thought about doing like a slash Diablo community where like a Holy Grail community event. Like I thought that'd be kind of cool. But that's the only one that I've like really considered. Pod's cool, but I don't know. I'm old school. Pod doesn't feel like Diablo to me, even though it doesn't go as far as Median, or Median's like way worse.
I mean, it's
But
terrible.
yeah, like pretty much Slash would be the only one that I would consider. And I know you've played Slash, right? And you enjoyed it.
I liked it a lot. That was actually what got me into it because I was the same way. I was like, man, I don't play a private server. That's stupid, right? So I played it and it was phenomenal. I mean, there's no realm down, there's no fail to joins, there's no bots, there's no dupes. You can do what you want when you want. Like you could do 100 Pindle, you could do 1,000 Pindle. Like it's just like single player in a sense, but you're also online. And yeah,
Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
the same game. So I like that a lot. And then it kind of branched me out to like things like Path of Diablo. Um, because again, it comes back to like there's not much to do in the game, and it can get stale, and you got to keep reinventing it. And that's where like a
Yeah, yeah.
pod comes in that I like. But I don't like to play pod all year. You know, I like to play pod for like a month or two, and then go BattleNet, and then go single player, and then just keep rotating. And it's like just so fun, just always constantly changing, except for Median. Sorry guys that like Median.
Yeah.
I
I
tried
just
it.
noticing a bunch of guys here mentioning pod.
Oh
So like
yeah.
yeah, like I think a lot of people, like you said, like putting pod in.
Oh yeah, dude.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Sorry,
No, no
I'm really
problem.
bad at
No
that.
problem. Path of Diablo, though, dude, I love because it's really inspired by Path of Exile. I don't know if you've tried Path of Exile.
No, I've watched people stream it though. Like I've watched people stream pod and a median. I just have never played it.
Oh, it's so good, man. It's so good. It's tough at first, though, because I hated it the first time I tried it, because we could talk about that later, but you should try one day. It doesn't have to be soon, but one day you should try out a private server. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I like think of how many people are doing the Holy Grail, and if everybody came together and did it as like a community event on Slash, like that'd be pretty cool. I think.
Yeah, yeah. But I don't think they have a bigger stash. No, no, it's just like
Yeah,
regular
yeah.
Diablo. Yeah. So, unfortunately.
It's one thing that I like about like the Holy Grail is it's like a really long term. It's like a long term goal, right?
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
it takes forever to like. I want to make every rune word, every item in the game, and I want to have like 95s of every character, and I want to hit 99 on my sorceress. So it's like a lot of long term goals that I don't know, keep me driven. If that makes sense.
Yeah, for
Whereas
sure.
like you talk about ladder, it's like how quickly did you have like your Enigma griffins and all that stuff on your Javelin?
This season or last season?
Well, just last season. Like I was always bouncing in and out of your streams, and I know that like saw you one time you had your
What'd you find?
lightning scaler, a plain lightning scaler from Pindle.
There you go.
Nice.
I would say this season it was a little slower than last season for me because I was more interactive with people and helping and rushing and stuff. So it probably took me about 3 weeks to get Infinity, 3.5, I'd say.
Yeah.
But I don't take freebies. I don't take like I mean I'll take a free rush, but I don't take like a burr rune or something like that. So I did work for it, or at least trade for things that I work for. I know a lot of people will just take freebies.
Yeah.
A lot of streamers take freebies, like straight up will just take an Enigma, but like I don't do that.
Yeah. See, like that's where pretty much like you just hit the nail on the head. Like you were interacting with viewers, you were doing rushes and stuff, and you weren't like solely focused on grinding or whatever. and you have like your Infinity, your Enigma, your Griffins within, let's just say like 4 or 5 weeks, right? Whereas
Yeah. Easy
like
4
I'm
weeks.
still hunting for a Griffins on single player. So
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
like that. That's like that whole rewarding thing, right? Where like, did you see my Zodrune drop clip?
Yeah, I've seen one of them. Do you have more than one?
No, just one.
Okay,
But so
yeah.
I dropped Zod, right? And I lost my shit because it's the first Zod I've ever dropped in single player ever. And then like on Battle.net, what's a Zod rune worth like halfway through the ladder? Like 2 Istrunes or something?
I don't think
That's where
anybody likes Sod runes though.
that's where I feel like that whole reward factor.
I can
You
relate.
guys want to? Oh, sorry. These guys just want to see my gear. I'll just go over my gear in like 20 seconds. Okay, so I'm just using Travs, Spirit, High Lords, Shaco with the Facet, Enigma, Razor Tail, Dual Leech, Rare Ring, 220 Javazon Gloves with MF, and then Titans. Switch is CTA and Spirit, and then I just have inventory of Skillers, Geek, Torch Annie, and then a bunch of MF small charms. So I'm rocking just under 250 MF on players 7 Pindle running and stuff. Anyways, okay, sorry. I just got asked that gear question a bunch of times, so just get that out of there.
Are you good? What were we saying?
Am I what?
No, I was saying
Am I
you're
what?
good. I was saying you're good.
Oh, I'm good. Okay. All right.
What were we saying? Crap, I can't remember anymore. What were we just talking about?
How quickly you geared up your Javazon on ladder.
Oh yeah. But like these days, I mean, I think anybody who plays ladder a lot, you get kind of used to starting from the beginning, and you just kind of figure out ways to get rich really, really quick. So like I feel like every ladder I get faster and faster. Except for this ladder was way slower, like I said, because I was helping people. But like 2 ladders
Yeah.
ago, I was 100% geared in 2 weeks. Like I had everything. I had I played Zon that season. I mean, I had everything I needed in 2 weeks or less, I'd say.
Yeah. Are you talking about like you would just like farm D keys and you were trading D keys for wealth, like building or stuff up that way on?
Yes. That
on ladder,
ladder.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly, man. And torches. Like early on, I always trade unit torches for at least like a Vex and a half. And I just
Yeah.
do that, 4 times a day? Boom, 4 Vex runes and a half. So, I mean, well, it's actually a little more than a half. It'd be like, whatever. And yeah, man, just get 4 high runes a day or whatever, 3 high runes a day. And just boom, boom, boom. It's really easy.
Yeah, for sure. You can definitely build up your wealth that way, for sure.
But I can relate to the
Ooh, that's a
rewarding
nice one, too.
factor.
Jeez. 2 to DJ, you're like my lucky charm, buddy. I just got 2 to strength. 2 to strength, 4 to all resistances, small charm from Eldritch.
Ooh, that's very good. I'm looking at it right
one
now.
off of just need one more for res. I'm gonna have to stream more often with you, dude.
It looks nice. I'm looking at it.
Jeez, that's a good one.
Dang. What was I saying? I forgot.
Torches, 4.5 Vex runes a day for just trading unidentified torches.
Right. So I can definitely relate to the single player thing though, because like I don't give 2 craps about my characters except for Pluggy. So like I don't know if I play Path of Diablo or Botnet or Slash Diablo or any of these things, like they mean nothing to me. My characters, you know. So like I already know there's gonna be a new ladder. They're gonna be erased. I don't care. But like my Pluggy character, like I genuinely love, like with every part of my heart, like I care about that character, man. Like it's my friend or something. Like
because you spend so much time and hours and effort getting it to where it is, right?
Yeah.
It's like more, where like you just give away when ladder dies down for you. You give away your stuff every season, right?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I gave away pretty much everything. Most of my things I gave away, like my Infinity. I gave away my extra high runes, Enigma. I think I gave away the Crown of Honor or Chains of Honor. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean I always give it all away because I get bored.
I got a good question for you from chat. This is a nice one. I like this. This will be like we can segue into it after.
Okay.
Alex Stewart wants to know what our favorite underrated build is in Diablo 2.
You go ahead. I haven't thought about it yet.
Okay. Now I'm not talking magic finding. I'm just talking about like in general, like just to have fun with, right? Like a character to play.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Fury Druid, man. Fury Druid, when that thing is like when you have like Fortitude, upped Rib Cracker, you got a really nice mercenary, like the Reaper Merc, or maybe like a Pride Merc if you're super, super rich. Like that guy with the CTA buff, you have like 6,000 health, you're doing
Oof.
thousands and thousands of damage. Like it's just a cool character that nobody plays. And I think the reason a lot of people don't play it is because you can't teleport in werewolf form, and the attack is interruptible. But it's just a really cool character that I enjoy to play that you never ever see people. It's just except for maybe like PvP.
Yeah, POD they do. They made it better, which I really
Oh,
like.
they buffed up the Fury Druid.
Yeah.
Interesting. What did they do? They probably just made the attack uninterruptible. That's
Uh,
probably all.
that part I can't tell you, but I know there's a crap load of druids over there. They made pretty much every character viable, which I really like. All right,
I know that they made it so that you can summon like all the wolves and bears at the same time, or they got rid of like the cooldown casting delay for Fire Druid. I know that they did that.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. But
so mine, I haven't really thought about it a lot, so bear with me. But I'm thinking,
yeah, I'm putting you on the spot here.
Yeah, off the top of my head, underrated. I would say Fireball, Meteor Sork. I think a lot of people don't like Meteor, but I mean, I'm not saying it's the best. Like, obviously, it's not the best, right? But I love Meteor, and I feel like that Fireball in between just really compensates it really well. And I love Meteor, man. Like, nobody likes Meteor. They think it's trash, but underrated
Dude,
in my
love
opinion.
The Fire Sorceress, man. I love the Fire Sorceress.
Me too. It's awesome. Fire
I
is like
spend
awesome.
hours magic finding the mausoleum, which people rip on me for. They joke about it, but hey, Moz is level 85 area.
Yeah.
It's the first level 85 area in the game, so it's the monsters are super easy, and you can like one shot everything player 7 with the Fire Sorceress. So if you have Infinity, but yeah, and I do like Meteor too. If it didn't have a casting delay, it would be amazing.
Yeah,
it's that casting delay that's really annoying.
Yeah, for sure. In Path of Diablo, they fixed that actually.
They got rid of casting delay with Meteor?
Not 100%, but I think it's half of it. It was like 3.2 seconds, and now it's like 1.5 or something. So it's around 50% less.
Oh, that's cool. That's like, yeah, that alone, just halving the cooldown time would be sweet.
Oh yeah, and then they have Cham runes in that game because Cham's useless. Like nobody likes Cham rune, right? So
I disagree, dude. Okay,
you like
that's
Cham?
another cool thing. You go first. You say. I'll tell you why I think a Cham rune is amazing.
Okay,
you go first or whatever.
All right.
If
I'd like to hear this. So pretty much, especially on ladder, like everybody hates Zod, right? Like if you ever try to trade a Zod for like a Jaw or a Burr, people will laugh at you so hard. Like they'll say GTFO, right? And then if you get a Cham and try to trade for Burr, oh my God, dude, they're gonna put you on Reddit or something. But so what Path of Diablo did was like, well, this is a useless rune. Nobody likes it, so how can we make it better? If you put it in an item, it makes the cooldown reduced by like 4% or something for each one. So I thought that was really cool.
That is really cool, actually. That is really cool.
Go ahead and tell me about this Cham rune that you love.
Okay, you can put it in a Shaco for a Pit Zerker, or another really good character is a Trap Assassin. You can get it so that you have like, because for a Trap Assassin, increased attack speed helps with the like how quickly you can lay down the traps, right? So if you have a Cham in your Shaco, then you don't have to have like a Raven Frost or like basically like a Pit Zerker uses the Trang Belt for Cannot Be Frozen until they get a Cham rune to put it in a Shaco, because if they use a Raven Frost and they have that cold damage, like they'll shatter the monsters, they can't hork the corpse for extra loot, right?
Yeah.
So that, and I also think that you can put it in a Mercenary helmet. Now, it Cannot Be Frozen is not huge for Merc. It's not huge, but I think that it does help in certain situations, like bail runs or stuff. If depending on your character, if your Merc is frozen, right, he can't really do anything. But it's not like, again, like I'm not saying it's worth more than a Burr or Jaw, like no way. But and you can also make the rune word Doom in. So for like most characters, Reaper's Toll is like the #1 weapon for a melee character, like to have on your merc.
Mhm.
And then like for a caster, it's like you want Infinity or Insight, right?
Yeah.
But for some builds, like say you have like a Frenzy Barb or something that you're not using Enigma, Doom is a really cool rune word because it gives you Holy Free.
I'm looking at it right
So,
now.
so you can have a Might Mercenary, and then you can use Doom, and then you can get Holy Freeze, and then it actually has 45 increased attack speed. So it's literally like it's like he's using Treachery plus like the Holy Freeze aura. So it's
That's pretty
still
cool.
not as good as like an Eth Reaper's Toll, but it's a good rune word for melee characters that everybody overlooks. And like I'm not it's probably because it's like any on Battle.net, if it's not the best, people don't care, right? But
Yeah.
it's a really, really good rune word. It's super expensive, but it's good.
Yeah, I see Low and Cham
And
and
then Ohm
Ohm. Oh
too.
my goodness.
Yeah. Super expensive. But like $2 skills, 45 increased attack speed, level like the Holy Freeze aura. So you can use like Fortitude on your Merc, right? And then you put a Doom on him. So he has it's like he's wearing Treachery and Fortitude at the same time, and then he has Holy Freeze and Might Aura.
That's actually really cool. I don't think I mean, obviously I've heard of it, but I don't think I really looked at it. So you convinced me. That's pretty cool.
And
That's pretty cool.
you can also put it on a Fury Druid too, which is kind of cool. Like you make it in a non-eth weapon, but you put it in the Fury Druid. So
I guess also though, like I mean, obviously it's really cool, but I guess like trying to get those runes is so difficult on ladder, and like because most people only play a month or two, right? So
yeah.
sometimes 3, you're really pushing it. But I think people got to say like, do I want to get a Doom or am I trying to get my Enigma? You know, and they try to focus more on like the bigger items that they're trying to get instead of Doom because nobody,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
like when you get your first low, you're making a Fortitude or a Grief, right? When you get
definitely.
your like when you get your 2 Jaw runes, like you're making an Enigma. Well, I don't know what you'd want to make after Enigma, but like you want to make like your Enigma, your Infinity, that kind of stuff, right? It's not like somebody has 2 Jaw runes and they're like, oh, I'm gonna cube this up to a Cham rune to make Doom, right? Like, yeah, obviously nobody does that at the start of ladder, but I just think that like if you have the wealth, it's a really cool rune word to use. But that's my whole Cham's not trash argument.
It's valid. It's valid. Yeah, it's a good point.
Well, yeah, I gotta rewatch. I gotta rewatch your VOD after because I want to see your how much you grinned year to year when I said Cham rune is a useful rune. That'd be funny.
Cham rune. Okay, I got a question. Most underrated rune word and why?
Oh God, can you answer that first? And can I have a
Yes.
chance to think?
I've
Okay.
I've thought about this. I
Okay.
would say, and most people are gonna hate me for this, wealth.
You're saying underrated, right?
Yeah, underrated.
So it's like a rune word that people never use, but it's actually really good.
Yeah, I would say
Okay.
wealth. Do you know wealth?
Yeah, that's whole whackload of gold fine and MF, right?
Right. So it's actually 100% Magic Find. And I feel like this is only an early on rune word for me. Like, I
Yeah.
don't like
Okay.
topazes. I mean, they're cool and all, but like, I see so many people use 3 or 4 well, I guess 3 topazes usually, and then they try to get Magic Find, and I'm like, well, why don't you just make a wealth? Like, it's super low and easy rune word to get, and it's
Mm-hmm.
got I think a 200% gold find on it as well. So I think it's really awesome. 100% Magic Find, like can't beat that early on. Like before you get your Scolders or something. Like I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah, for sure.
Highest rune in
All
it
right.
is a Lem.
Yeah, what is it? Lemco, something else?
Yeah, Lemco something. I don't remember. Thol maybe.
God, you're such a noob when you don't know every rune for every rune word
Oh my
memorized.
God, the Brunsky, you noob.
Oh, it's Tur. Lemco Tur.
Lemco Tur. Okay. Okay, I got a good one for most underrated rune word. Duress.
Duress?
Duress.
How do you spell
For a
that?
melee character, it's like a mini Fortitude and G-Face wrapped in one. For a melee character, it's an Umthul something else. I don't know what
Shale
it is, but it has
Thol?
Is it Shale Emthal?
That's what Google says.
Okay, it has every type of res on it, 15 of each res. It's got 45 cold res. It has crushing blow, open wounds on it, and it has enhanced damage. So you have, it's like you have your G face. It's like a mini G face and Chains of Honor and Fortitude wrapped in one, because it has res, but not as much as Chains of Honor. It has your crushing blow and deadly strike, so it's got like, it's almost like Gore Riders too. No, it's open wound, sorry. And then
40% faster hit recovery is really nice.
Oh, and it's got faster hit recovery too, yeah. So early on, like I used that rune word to do Ubers with my Frenzy Barb. Because I didn't want to make Chains of Honor, so I just used that rune word for the body armor.
I will say you win on this one. I mean, I've seen it, but I'd never made it, and I think I just forget about it. You know, it's not like super common. But after looking at it, yeah, this thing's amazing. Definitely I would say, recommend.
Like, Treachery is amazing, but everybody uses Treachery. Like, that's not like an underrated one, but like Treachery is. It's what I got on my mercenary right now. Actually, it's so good.
Oh yeah. But I think a lot of people, like including myself, we use Treachery just to proc fade, and then we swap to what we're really using.
Yeah, well, like it's because I don't have the wealth on Pluggy to put a Fortitude on all my mercenaries, so
yeah,
I only have one E-bug Fortitude, and the rest are just Treacheries and stuff. But
what about Smoke? I think Smoke's a very, very commonly used.
Yeah. I don't think it's underrated though, because I feel like everybody uses Smoke until they can get like a Whiz Spike for resistance.
Mm-hmm. Smoke and Stone, I think.
Stone's good too. Yeah. Because I'm trying to think of like I'm trying to fit your idea of underrated. So like there's all kinds of amazing budget rune words that but people use them, right? So people use like Treachery, or they use Smoke. Or some people use like Rhyme is amazing. Shale and Death, you get and resistance and cannot be frozen. Like those are rune words that are cheap to make, and like everybody uses them. But if you want to go for like underrated and people don't use, like I think Wealth and Duress are awesome, because I think it's kind of funny that you mentioned that, because when I was building up my Sorceress on Pluggy, I used a Great Helm with 3 perfect topazes, and I used an armor with 3 perfect topazes. So I didn't even use the Wealth. I didn't think about it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't.
Somebody in chat just said about the lore rune word and a helmet, which lore is amazing, but I feel like everybody uses that. I don't feel like it's underrated.
I don't
feel like
lore.
Everybody makes. You what?
I don't like lore.
Really? The 1 skills and lightning res?
Yeah, because what is it, like level 20? I can't remember. It's like 27, 23. Like it's a higher level.
Well, it's got a high requirement.
Yeah, so like I feel like at least when I'm laddering, because I'm rushing to the top. Oh, I'm trying to be like the first team to finish type of thing. And I feel like by the time I'm in the 20s, I would rather use that soul rune for insight. And like, you know, it's hard to get a soul rune, right? And so by the time I get my insight, by the time I found a second soul, I'm already like level 45, 50. And so I've kind of feel like lore is kind of shit at level 40, 50.
But you don't grind the Countess and Nightmare and stuff to try and.
Nah, like.
I guess you're just rushing. You're trying to.
I just like on day 1, I just beat all of hell, beat the game generally.
Yeah.
And then by that time, I mean, I'm level 60s or whatever, 70 almost. So it's like, you know, I don't need that type of stuff.
Well, some people here in chat, they just said that they would make insight before lore, and like I agree. Like I would make insight before. Like you want to make like spirit and like insight as quickly as you can, right?
Absolutely. But I never felt like lore was like, yes, I have to have the 1 skills is cool, but I don't know, man. I guess also like I played hardcore last season, which we should talk about hardcore later. But
sure.
But dude, it was. I feel like resistance is such an issue when you're really rushing through the game, and I like to have like more resistance overall. So I'll get like, I don't know, what are those runes? Those crappy runes that give like 25, 30 resistance. I can't think of the names. They're just individual
Uh,
crappy runes. Like
oh, it's
Ort.
like Ort is electric, Ral's fire,
Right.
Thol's cold, and Tal's poison. I think.
Right. So I prefer to get like a 3-socketed helm or even 2-socketed and just throw those in there and then get like tri-res or something. And I think to
Mhm.
me, it's way more valuable than having just one to your skill and a little bit of lightning resistance.
Yeah. Well, I try and make rhyme as quickly as I can, and then I really like whiz spike. Like I will rock a whiz spike for a really long time. Like I'd rather make I guess this isn't really early on. This is kind of like later as your character's progressing, but
Right.
I would rather rock a whiz spike and make a CTA first for my sorceress to get the battle orders buff than I would like making a Hoto first. And like because whiz spike has 75 reds, right? 50 faster cast rate.
Hmm.
So like that's like my dream weapon, like early on building my character up.
I hear you. When's the last time you played ladder? I'm curious.
5 ladders ago now.
5. Oh my god.
Yeah.
You don't like online, huh?
Well, I would have played this one like when you had talked about asking me if I wanted to participate, and I would have, but I just got married the 4th of this month, right? So
Congrats.
yeah, thank you, dude. But leading up to it, like I was making small videos and small streams, but like I couldn't, like I was getting like you're married, like you know what it's like getting ready. Like I didn't have the time to stream for like, you know, grind out 10 hours doing like a community stream and try and build up my character, right? So I just kept doing like little streams here and there with my established pluggy characters. But like I would have played this ladder, but just didn't work out with real life.
Okay. Next question.
All right.
All right. If you could only have one. Well, crap, this won't even apply to you. Okay. Twitch or YouTube? I guess you don't really go on Twitch, so it doesn't matter. But Twitch or YouTube? One had to disappear from the earth. Which would it be?
Okay, I got a question for you first.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you know a lot about martial arts assassins? Is this a good glove that I just found?
Okay.
I don't know
anything
20
about martial arts
IS. Assassin.
I can't see everything because it says monthly chatters in the way.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh, that's in the way. So 2 to
Um,
martial arts, 20 increased attack speed, 9 light res, 25 MF. I have no idea what's good for
Nah,
martial arts
I mean,
assassin.
it's cool. It's useful, for sure. But I mean, like, it wouldn't be worth a lot, if that makes sense. But I mean, it's definitely
Right.
useful. Like, I would
I don't
keep
know
it for
anything about
sure. You know, if it
martial
had
arts assassins.
like 9 lightning resistance, in my opinion, isn't much. So if it had like 20 and then had another one, like another resistance on it or something,
Yeah,
be pretty sick. But I mean, yeah, it's good, but it's not like worth anything.
right. Okay, so your question about YouTube, Twitch. I don't know. I feel like Twitch is better for streaming, but YouTube is better for videos. So I guess it really depends on. I just do both. Like I stream and make videos, so I just do solely YouTube. But I feel like if you're more dedicated towards streaming, then I feel like Twitch is better.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I think that's like the general consensus, isn't it? That Twitch is #1 for streaming.
Yeah. And I think YouTube's really good, especially for content creators that have a life and like things to do, right? Because YouTube will always be there. So like you can do an hour here, go to work, come back, work on your video for 40 minutes, and then you can finish. Where Twitch is like you have to sit in that chair. I guess live stream in general. You have to sit there and you're not moving anywhere. Like, you know what I mean? You have to finish then, or you just don't make content, which can be
Right.
difficult.
Yeah, but you do both, right? Like you make videos and then, because at one point there, like ladder, like you were, like I always pop in and out of your streams, right? Like sometimes I say hi. I mean, sometimes you don't see it, but like I don't blame you. I know what it's like to stream and have like 200 people watching or whatever, right? Like you
Mhm.
miss stuff, right? But like, anyways, like I was randomly popping in as you were like building up your Javazon and stuff like that. But you were going really hard there for a while, like not much on YouTube, but like everything was Like you were just killing it on Twitch, like stream, which
Yeah,
I mean, if you want to stream, yeah, like Twitch is definitely where it's at.
as I think Twitch is so much better because like they have emotes, they have like crazy animations, they got bits with like you can make things pop up on the screen that you want, like the viewers can do that. You can host other people, so like if you wanted to host me or if I wanted to host Llama or like you know what I mean, and like it's really cool because there'll be like Diablo 2 and you'll see 50 people that you can watch. Whereas YouTube is like so secluded. Like if you don't know that person, it's really hard to discover them. And I wish YouTube, like I would love to stream on YouTube more, but I feel like they need to update their chat because it is garbage. Like just looking at it is just terrible. I don't know why they don't have subs.
I don't know. They do have subs.
Like real
They
sub?
have yeah, they're called
Oh.
members or whatever.
Oh, I did not know that. That must have changed. That's
They
cool.
get a custom badge, custom emotes, and it's the same thing. It's like a $5 a month like subscription or whatever to like support the channel.
That's really cool.
But see, the thing is nobody knows about it. Like right there, like it's been
Yeah.
out for like it's been out there. It's been out for a year, and you didn't even know it. But
I
like
had
everybody
no
knows
idea.
what a Twitch sub is, right? So
Yeah, I had no idea.
and the cool thing they have too is they have something that's called Super Chat, where they donate to you. And Epigram, thank you very much for the sub. They donate to you, and then it's gone. Like it's like an agreement where they can't make a PayPal claim back against you. Which I've had that happen to me once, and it was only $5, so I didn't care. I just refunded the guy. It's not worth trying to fight over $5.
Yeah.
But if somebody gives you like $100 donation, and say you go like you're like me, like you know you have bills and stuff like that, and if you spend that $100 and then you know you get an email saying that you need to refund that money, like that can hurt sometimes, right?
Oh yeah.
Depending on your financial situation. So like that's a cool thing that YouTube did to avoid that.
I like that. It's happened to
They
me
take a
twice
cut out
now.
of it. They
It's
what?
It's happened to me twice.
Twice, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
I know who did it.
That bum.
Cubanov, thank you very much for the sub.
All right. Favorite item in Diablo 2?
Oh God, can we do favorite? Can we do favorite melee, and then favorite caster?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Favorite caster, I'm probably gonna take your answer. I'm going with Shaco. There is
Nice.
no better all-around item in the game for a caster character than like I'm saying there's no overall better. So obviously, like if you want pure damage on a cold sorceress, Nightwings is better. You want like pure damage for lightning source, Griffins is it. But like all around, like 2 to all skills, 2 to attributes, like the life and mana based on character level, 50 MF damage reduction, and then you can socket it. There's just and you can tailor it that way. Like I got a 5/5 light fasten in mine.
I totally
it's
agree.
like a way to boost damage on my light source, and
there's nothing like a
Glenn
Shaco.
is saying a rare faster cast rate circlet with 6 stats is better. Yeah, it's better, but it's like a 1 in a million find where Shaco is so common that.
Yeah.
And then best melee item. God, that's a tough one. Best melee unique item.
See, I don't like melee. I don't like melee characters.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm forcing you to make. God, best overall.
No rune words.
No runes. Yeah, I know. I'm thinking. There's a couple like I think like G-Face is amazing. 30 crushing blow, 15 deadly strike, 20 or 30 strength, 30 faster hit recovery, and it's a super common item too. Like I would say G-Face is amazing.
It is. I would go with
but
COA.
then, like, Crown of Ages.
Yeah.
For the best overall. Damn, that's a good one. Because you got
Two-socketed.
damage reduction, fast hit recovery, res, 2 open sockets to customize your character. Ooh, unique amuleta off of Eldritch.
Two-socketed,
it?
man. That thing can.
Oh,
What'd we get?
DJ.
I'm looking. What'd we get?
Oh, I'm doing these podcasts more often with you,
Yeah.
buddy.
Let's see.
25
Oh,
res Mars.
nice. Did you need Mars?
Okay, here's a funny story. Oh God, Bell's just telling me to F off. I've only found 2 Maras on this character. And I didn't find my first one until I was level 97.5 on my Sorceress, and I just found my second one off of Eldridge.
Awesome, dude.
Sorry, I keep saying sorry because I keep interrupting you. Sorry I interrupt you, but okay, you're going on Crown of Ages. Yeah, that's a pretty good.
Oh,
Because it's
yeah.
good for a caster too. Like you can use it on max block source. So
But
yeah.
we're talking about melee, though, aren't we?
Yeah, but I mean, I was just saying, like in general, it works for caster too. But yeah, for melee, yeah, Crown of Ages is a good choice, dude.
Yeah, man. That's what I'd pick.
What
Expensive,
about
though.
What about your caster though?
Well, I was gonna say Shaco, so let me pick something else because we can't.
Oh,
It wouldn't be fun if we both. I mean, I think everybody would pick Shaco, but overall, man, that's tough. Other than Shaco, RX Mesh, I guess would be my next choice.
you know what? What about Arax is amazing, but what about yeah, somebody just said DJ equals plus 1000 MF.
GG.
What about Viper Magi, dude?
Ooh, Viper Magi
you got-
is godly.
Because you got the res, 30 faster cast rate, 1 to skill, you can socket it. But Arax is a good choice too, because like it's on Hammered In. It's like a lot of characters use Arax, so
I would still take. You say Iraq. I would take. I'm gonna call it Auric because that's what I like to say. I'm gonna
alright,
take.
okay.
I'm gonna take Spiderweb Stash, just
There you
because
go.
I love my Viper. Like, don't get me wrong, but I always replace my Viper. Like I think most people do, and so I'm not gonna replace my Spiderweb more than likely.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
guess I would still go with Spiderweb as my second.
That's a good choice. It's kind of funny because I still rock because but that's partially because I haven't made a COA.
You cut in and out. Say that again for me.
Sorry, I still use Viper Magi on my Sorceress but that's partially because like I haven't made a Chains of Honor yet. So the reason I like Viper Magi so much is the 30 faster cast rate lets me do weird things with my Sorceress. Like I could rock like a Dungos for a 15 damage reduction Dungo, and then I can still hit the 105 FCR breakpoint like easy because like you have 40 from Hoto, 30 from Viper Magi. Say you have 30 plus from Shaco, and like maybe a Rax, like you can hit Mage Fist or whatever, or Trangs, whatever you want to use, or a Caster Amulet. But like it allows you to do weird things, like or they switch your builds up and stuff like that. So
Dungos, man. I forgot about that item. It's been like years. You're talking about the belt, right?
yeah, the reason I
man.
use it on the Sorceress is because sometimes like, so say you get your 55 fast hit recovery from Spirit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then say like I got a Fire Skiller that has 12 faster hit recovery, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you add the 12 to the 55, and then you can get 10 faster hit recovery from Dungos, and then you have like 1 faster hit recovery small charm, and you can hit the breakpoint that's higher than 60. I think it's 86 offhand. I can't think. I think it's 86. It just lets you, I don't know, and the 15 DR is nice too. Like you wear Shaco and you got 25 damage reduction.
Yeah, that's a lot actually. And get a Burroon. That does damage reduction, right?
Oh yeah, but I don't. I'm using my Burroon. I'm gonna make a COA. I don't think I'm gonna stick it in a. I mean, if you have all kinds of wealth, like,
CTA or no, not CTA. COA. Okay, yeah, I got you. The Sork armor. You know, I don't ever use that armor. I usually stick with my Viper. Now, if I was ball and rich,
wait, sorry, I'm lost. What, you're talking about? We're talking about Chains of Honor, body armor here.
Yeah. I guess because
like
I'm too poor.
Viper over. What was that?
I don't prefer Viper over it, but I guess like I never have a character that's so rich, and I always prioritize like COA is like my last thing because I guess like
Right.
Infinity is always my thing.
Yeah,
I,
yeah, yeah.
I guess because I've been playing so many ladders, you know. So like Infinity is number one. Like that's like all I can think about. And then there's no time to get a COA because I don't find a third Burr rune, I guess.
Yeah. You keep saying COA. Say COH.
H. I'm sorry. I
Okay.
keep saying kind of
That's why I was getting
H's.
so confused. You're
My
like
bad.
COA, and I'm like, what?
It's almost midnight. My bad.
No, no, no. Yeah, I hear you. I hear it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you want to make like your ladder game plan is you want to make Infinity as quickly as you can,
Yeah.
and then you're making Enigma. You're not worrying about Shades of Honor. Basically, is what you're saying.
Right. Like never. Like almost under no circumstance do I worry about that. Now Pluggy would be cool, you know, of course. But I don't even think I have one. I don't think I have a COH on my Pluggy character.
Yeah, I want to make one eventually. I have the runes. I just don't. I don't know. Haven't made it yet.
Yeah, and also like I like to go lightning. I think everybody does endgame. Like because everybody goes Blizzard on ladder. So like it's really annoying when there's like 7 or 6 to 7 Blizzard Sorks in a game. You're like, "Oh my god, like would somebody else do something else?" And of course, you're never the one to do something else. So I love to just swap it up so like you don't just have everybody killing cold immunes all day.
Yeah, yeah.
Any more questions?
But Blizzard Source is so overpowered though, right?
Definitely.
Except for Cold Immune, like anything outside of Cold Immune, like I can't think of any other character like. Here's a good one to talk about. It kind of segues off of the Blizzard Sorceress. So you can run like a naked Blizzard Sorceress and you can clear player 7 ancient tunnels, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you're not gonna like melt everything, but you can, right?
Hmm.
But here's something that like really like experienced players know this, and like casual players, like I don't think they quite understand it. Um, when you have like your Infinity, right? Your Lightning Sorceress still sucks until you can like get like Griffins and put like a facet in it and stack like a whole bunch of skillers, right? Like
Hmm.
if you're running pits, right? The like the fallen, everything else that's not lightning immune, you'll one shot them, right?
Hmm.
But anything that's lightning immune and then you break the immunity with Infinity, if you don't have a whack load of extra minus light res from like your griffins or facets or whatever, the clear speed is so slow on. Like, you know what
Definitely.
I'm talking about?
Oh yeah,
So it's like unless
definitely.
you can stack, like a minus 20 extra light res from griffins and you can put like a facet in the shooters or something like this Javazon I have right now, it wrecks stuff except for lightning immunes. It's really slow on them. Well, like not lightning immunes. Like when you break the immunity, but then they still have a high lightning res, right?
Right. It's like false advertisement, especially for newer player, because you're like, yes, I finally broke these lightning immunes, but that's not really how the game works. Even though it takes away where it says lightning immune, they're not truly. Uh,
Like they still have like
yeah,
70 lightning
yeah,
res,
it's
and then
ridiculous. It's so stupid. I hate that. It's not fair for new players, but they'll figure it out. I would definitely say Infinity. Yeah, like you said, it's the first time you get it, you're not. Well, I was disappointed the first time I got it. I was like, "Is this it? This doesn't look like. This doesn't look that great." And one of the viewers made a good point. I kind of forgot about. You ever use Crescent Moon?
Okay, no. Now
Oh,
Crescent Moon is like it is super good. Like it's got 35 minus light res. It's awesome that way. But my problem with Crescent Moon is if you use it, you're really struggling to not like super struggling, but like it's harder to you have no faster cast rate on Crescent Moon, right? So then you want to hit 117, right? So say
yeah.
if you have like, say if you have like 35 from your spirit, from your Viper Magi, that's 65. You're up 85 with the racks. 95, you're at 105 with um, your Mage Fist. And I guess you have to use like a caster amulet, which I guess you can hit 117. Or I guess you could use like a cast, like a diadem or something. but then you're gonna have an inventory that's like full of all kinds of like res charms and stuff like that, versus like Hodo gives you like 30 to 40 res. I feel like you're like you look at Hodo, right? $3 skills and 40 res, right? Or 30 to 40 res. If you use Crescent Moon, you have no faster cast rate, no res, but you have a whack load of mass of minus light res. But then you have to make up the res and faster cast rate elsewhere, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, it's not like it's good, but that's the reason why I don't really like it.
Fair enough. So I get asked this a lot. Hodo or Aki? Which do you prefer?
Heart of the Oak.
Okay. Yeah, here me
Aussie
too.
is nice. It is nice. Like if I had a level 90 sorceress, I would use the Oculus over Hodo for sure, because I don't really care if I get randomly teleported into a boss pack and I die. But my level 97 and 3, like I'm almost 98, and would I use Hodo, or I mean, would I use the Oculus to do bail runs or something? Hell no. I don't want to get randomly teleported into like Lister and friggin' die, right? There's no way I would.
So sketchy.
If Oculus didn't have the random teleport, that's the only sorcerer's orb I would ever use. It's got
resistance not.
What was that?
The resistance aren't that great though, right?
It's 20, I think.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got 50 MF, $3 sorcerer skills. There's 20 to vitality, 20 to mana, I think. Because you can put like a 15 res jewel in it, or you could put an Istern in it for 80% magic find.
And then also, it's 40% faster cast rate on the Hodo, which I really like.
That's true. Yeah.
I think what is it, 30 on Aki?
Yeah, it's 30 on Oculus. Have you ever found Death Fathom online or on single player?
Yeah, I think we just found one. No, single player, no, not on single player. I found one this ladder though. I was like, come on. Yeah.
Where did you find it?
God, man.
It's like one of the like third, fourth, or fifth rarest items of the game or something.
Oh man. If it wasn't this ladder, it was definitely last ladder. I can't remember, man. I don't remember.
James B. White, thank you very much for the sub. But
sub hype?
It's the one that gives you, what was that?
Sub hype?
Oh, but it's like it gives you all kinds of cold damage, right?
Yeah.
But it only has 20 faster cast rate on it. So then it gets really tough to hit 105.
I found Shadow Dancer.
You have to start using like, what was that?
I found Shadow Dancer. That's about the only thing I found.
You just did right now.
No. The other day. Like yesterday? 2 days ago?
Those are really rare boots, dude.
Yeah.
Really rare boots.
That's like, I don't know. I can't remember where I found Death Fathom. I either have it on my pluggy or on ladder, but I know I have found one.
Are you thinking about your D-Web? Are you thinking about Death
No. It looks just like Aki. I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found one.
It's it only has 20 faster cast rate on it. So then that's when you got to start getting into like really nice caster amulets and stuff to hit 105.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really use that in like Nightwing. I don't know. And
you wouldn't use a Death Fathom if you found one? Really?
Probably not. I don't know. Maybe.
It adds like, if you have like a 20, it rolls 15 to 30 cold damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you roll like a 20, it adds like 1500 cold damage to your Blizzard. It's like so good.
That's a lot.
Because it's not like the oh man, a rare Archon staff.
Ooh.
That's my failed man song. But it adds way more damage than
okay, like, I'd use it. It's up to 30 on this picture on Google. That's okay, I would definitely use that. 30? Like, that's huge.
You know how like a shoot adds crap damage, right? But like it's different for Fathom because of the way like the masteries work for Sorceress. But
yeah. There's Snow Clash too. Do you ever use that?
Not really, no. I feel like the 20 faster cast rate on Arax and the 1 skill, like I feel like I'd rather have 1 skill and 20 FCR than 2 skills to Blizzard.
Fair enough.
Or does Snow Clash give 3? It's 2 to Blizzard, right? It's 2 to Blizzard, I think.
I think it's 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it
But
had
then,
some
like,
other things too. Yeah.
the +1 to skills on Arax boost your battle orders too.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, it goes 2 to Blizzard, 2 to Chilling Armor, 3 Glacial. I don't know if that's the max, but I'm just looking at an image. Yeah, so you know it's not that great.
What about Ormus Robes? Would you ever use Ormus Robes on a sorceress?
Yeah, absolutely. But it depends on the situation. So like I like the lightning one and I like the blizzard one, but that's only if I'm going for damage.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes you're making a video or like you're just in a mood to do some stupid amount of damage, then I'll throw that bad boy on there. But overall, no, I don't really mess with Ormus too much. What about
Yeah.
you?
Well, the only time I do have a 3 to lightning, but I actually don't really use it. The only Ormus Robes that I actually use is 3 to Blizzard. And I
Mhm.
use that when I'm running like a Trav farming Blizzard setup. Because I can get like I have a 12,000 Blizzard damage set up for Trav farming.
Ooh.
And like I can just it's literally like one of the Blizzard shards hits the council member and they just melt and die. So it's just for like clear speed, right? Like I can do like
Yeah.
20-second Trav runs and just farming high runes. Which that's have you ever actually done serious Trav farming before or just like a lower core?
I've done a couple hundred runs of Trav, but I don't know. These days, I don't really do a lot of runs anymore. I did a
Yeah.
420 run video like 2
I
days
saw
ago.
that.
But
Friggin' F Titans. I'm so jealous.
yeah, I have so many F Titans. Oh my god. But like,
I just want one.
I have
Just
so
want
many.
one F Titans, man.
Dude, I have like, I honestly stopped picking them up. I just throw them on the ground. Like it got ridiculous. I probably had like 12 or something. So I just was like, okay, this is taking up space
You have 12. You found 12 F Titans.
at minimum. Like I stopped picking them up. Like I literally, like I'm at the point now where I sell Tal Rasha's armors. Like I'm not even joking.
I haven't even found one F Titans, man.
I want to do something. I want to see. All right, we're gonna investigate your character right now. Are you ready for this? I want to see what your stash looks like. I'm watching your stream right now. Show
Oh
me.
God.
I want to see if it's dirty. I want to see if it's cluttered.
Oh God. I don't even want to. Okay, just let me finish this shank run here. My stash is so bad. I feel like people from your chat told you to.
No, no one told me. This is what the viewers did to me one day. They were like,
Oh my god, these are waters. I wanna see what your thing
your
Oh,
inventory
God, my
looks like.
stash. Oh wait, actually no. Actually, you know what? My
What?
stash on my Amazon's actually pretty clean. It's probably my sorcerer's stash.
Let's
if you
see
wanna
the
what's
sword.
good.
I want to see the shared stash.
All right. No, the shared stash. On my sorceress, most of the stuff is on her regular page, but I'll show it
Oh,
to you.
really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen anybody do that before. Interesting.
Yeah. Well, see, when I originally did it, when I originally did this character, my plan was like, I was just gonna be like Llama. I was just gonna do the sorceress, right? And then
Yeah.
I ended up making other characters. So here's like my first page where I have like for different setups, right? So I got like T Gods, Snow Clash, Gold Wrap, Frost Burns. These are my different Vipers. Nightwings, Scalders, Eth Treks. Like these are these 2 pages here and this one. Like this is different mercenary gear setup, like Bone Hue, Threat, Obedience, Insight, whatever. Chance Guards. So this is kind of the stuff. These are the 2 pages that when I just swapping out gear, sorry, like different characters and whatever. Then here's where it kind of gets into the shit show. Like these are the skulls I'm collecting. This is where I throw like jewels and stuff that I eventually craft. Here's my 200 faster cast rate, lower Kuras setup. Now here is just a shit show. Like everything is just random cluttered. Here's actually my high rune page, which I think is kind of cool. I got 10 pull, 10 10 mal, 10 is, 10 gull, 10 vex, 8 ohm, 4 low,
That's nice. 4 low.
6
Wow.
sewer runes, 9 Jaw runes, 1 Cham rune, 1
Mm.
Zod rune. I got extra Istruns here, Breath of the Dying bases. And then, yeah, everything here is just a garbage cluster shit show of stuff. Like, this is all my unique rings and unique amulets.
Let's look at all those
Uh,
jaws. Oh my god.
Yeah, 9 Jaws. I've actually
Jeez.
started organizing my stash a little bit.
I just wanted to see that pop, not quiz, but pop inspection. That's what they did to me.
It's pretty bad, though. It's pretty bad. Pretty dirty.
You know what's devastating for me? When I first lost my plug character, that was like the worst, man.
Dude, that was before I even started making content. I remember watching that because you were in the military. So you were
Yeah, I was
or, sorry,
deployed.
you're always in the military. That was
Yeah,
during
yeah.
overseas. But you were you had just, I believe you had found Death Web in the mausoleum, and then you did some open BattleNet playing with other people, right? And then your stuff got corrupted.
Right, I used Hamachi, and
Manchi, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
and it was like just this. We traded like something really insignificant. Like I think I gave him like a perfect diamond, and he had an extra lidless that I needed or something. It was like something useless, like a lidless. And after that, gone forever. And see,
Yeah.
back then there wasn't a lot of people playing Pluggy. It was probably like before me. It was probably like just Llama and Teo, maybe that was it. Like it wasn't big like it is now. And so
Yeah.
there was never people making videos like, "Hey, do a daily backup." I didn't even know you did backups. Like I didn't know that was a thing, you know. And so after I
Yeah.
lost mine, I was like, "What? What do I do?" You know, and nobody really knew how to help me or what to do. And then so now I always try to tell people, you know, spread the news, like do a backup constantly, twice a day, or anytime after you find like an awesome item, just go ahead and do a backup. Like
Yeah. I back up once a week, or like if I drop like I'll back up after this stream because I found my second Mara's, so I'll make a backup for sure.
that's nice.
But
Second Mars, yeah.
absolutely, you have to constantly. That's another. Or here's another cool thing we can talk. I want to talk about RNG and how much MF you run on a character. Those are like two
Good question.
cool things to talk about, I think.
What do you want to know about RNG?
Okay, so this is like this is what I like my approach to magic finding is I stack like 200 or 300 MF. Some characters I can get up to 400, and then I just try and clear stuff as quickly as I can. Right? I don't worry about stacking like 600, 700, 800 MF because I feel like RNG is just unpredictable. So, for example, I did 2,000 Mephisto runs, right? With a 600% MF sorceress, and I didn't find a single Mara's, okay? And then I just found a Mara's. And if you look at the drop odds, Mephisto has better chance to drop Mara's than Eldritch, right?
Yeah.
So I just found one off of Eldritch with 250 MF with my Jap. So like, I feel like efficiency is important and like MF is important, but not to like live your life by it, because you could do everything to the T, like with the best efficiency ever, and still like never find that item, or somebody can go out and, you know, just drop it off of like a random monster. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
definitely.
I feel like just take a balanced approach, and then that's what I think anyways. I don't know. Do you agree with that, or do you stack like possible?
I would agree with that. I guess I'd word it slightly different. So I don't have a number that I go for. But I'll say as long as I can kill fast and it doesn't affect my faster cast rate, I'm cool with it. Like so sometimes I can keep my faster cast rate and have 500-600 depending on the situation. I don't even need faster cast rate. Like Pindle, you don't need faster cast rate, so I'll do something crazy like 700 because it doesn't really matter, right? He's not going to hurt. He's not going to hurt me. He's not going to kill me.
Absolutely, yeah.
But definitely kill speed is equally as important as the MF. So I just make sure that I have 117, and then I'll just kind of tweak it from there. But I usually, for videos, I'll usually do like 500 or upper fours because it's a video, you know.
Right.
But if I was just playing for myself, just just laddering or some shit, like it'd probably be like 200, 250, 300, something like that.
Right.
People
Yeah,
get kind of
it's all
sad. They're there to be entertained, right? So they want to
yeah.
see you do like 578 magic find, or it's like 900. Like I don't know.
Mhm.
They
Yeah.
like that stupid stuff.
Yeah.
You found
Yeah, like
Tyraels?
it. No, I have not. The
Wow.
rarest I found man songs last. Uh,
Ah.
it's debatable, but it's either man songs lesson or Austrians are the second rarest item in the game, like debatably. And I've found man songs lesson, so
I have not found that.
it's that. Oh, you know what item it is?
Mhm.
It's the. Sorry, I didn't hear what you said. You do
Yeah,
know what it
yeah.
is, or you don't? Oh,
Yeah, I know. You can
yeah.
show me though if you want.
In theory, it's like kind of a cool item, like 5 dull skills, 30 faster cast rate, the -7 to 15 res of each element. Like in theory, it's cool, but like just Spirit and Hodo is so much better. So
You're talking about the staff,
I
right?
don't.
It's like the black
Yeah, yeah.
little.
I'll show you mine. It's
Yeah.
not black. It's actually gold colored.
Oh,
It's pretty
okay.
cool.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Oh wait, no, it's on my sorceress. But yeah, it's 5 dull skills, 30 faster cast rate, and then has -7 to 15 lightning res of each element. It's just the problem is like Spirit and Hodo is better.
Oh, so
So
much
it's
better.
like
Some of the
maybe
rarest
if the
items
staff
suck.
had some faster hit recovery. What was that?
Oh, I was saying some of the rarest items in the game are terrible.
Oh, I know.
Have you
Like
found
you know
Templars?
that
I'm sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I found 1 Templars. I found unique sacred armor off of Bale.
Ooh,
Yeah, off
nice.
of Bale. So it absolutely could have
Oh,
rolled Tyrael. It just didn't.
that's so sad. I got one off Pendle.
But see, that sucks because
You can't even beat it.
it couldn't have been Tyrael's if you wanted it to, right?
Right. But I wasn't
So
too sad
unfortunately,
because I still need it, you know? It's still an item off the
yeah,
list.
yeah, for sure. Doing the Holy Grail grinding.
But I wish I had my old Holy Grail because if I could combine that Holy Grail with where I'm at now, I mean, I'm kind of estimating I'd be around 40 items left in the game.
Right.
I think right now I'm at like 60, maybe 65.
What's the rarest item you found?
Probably Death Web.
Yeah, for sure.
I-
Death Web is up there too.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I think is it maybe I'll ask chat. I don't know these stats for all that stuff, but is Death Web it's top 10 rarest, isn't it?
Yeah, should be. Yeah, I'm
But it's
pretty sure.
not like it's definitely below Astrians and Man Songs though.
hmm
So
But you think those
have you
you would think those items would be better though, you know?
for how rare they are?
Yeah, how rare
Yeah.
they are. They should be like,
Nuclear
know.
launch detected.
Astrians is crap.
it's total
Like,
crap.
What would you rather use, Astrians or Grief and a Phase Blade on a Zealer?
See,
it's
I
like,
don't.
I'll
I
go
don't
with
know.
Grief.
Grief.
It's got cool, like, in theory, it's kind of cool. Like, it has the target slowdown and things, but it's just Grief is okay. I got a cool topic just so we could segue into. What do
Okay.
you think is the most overpowered rune word in Diablo 2, and why?
Do you have an answer so you can go first?
Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
gonna say Grief.
Grief. Wow.
It's just for only needing a low rune. It's just too powerful. Like it's Grief and a Phase Blade is hands down the most powerful melee weapon in the game, and you only need a low rune. I feel like it's too easy to make for how powerful it is. Kark Perlo 11, thank you so much for the sub.
Sub hype.
What do you think?
Was your question weapon or just most overpowered?
Oh, sorry, rune word or what most overpowered rune word in the game?
Fortitude.
You think Fortitude is the most overpowered?
Yeah, it's only a low rune, and putting that bad boy in armor, man, your merc is like a god.
That's true. Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Hey, thank you very much for the sub.
like I do Ubers with Sorceress on
Yeah.
my play character, and he just stands there, and I mean, obviously Mephisto, he takes some damage, but I mean, he can just tank it all day, every day.
DJ just found an S Shaco.
There, I'm looking at it. Oh, debated.
S Shaco.
Shaco, everybody, get some applause.
S Shaco hype.
Man, your luck today, huh?
I know, dude. We gotta do this
Jeez.
podcast more often. Reynold, thank you very much for the sub, buddy.
It's gonna be a good
Maybe I
monthly
should do
video.
Dell running. What?
It's gonna be a good monthly video for you.
Yeah, for sure. So you're streaming on like, are you got any questions on Twitch? Any of your viewers got any?
Any
Questions or whatever?
questions? Anybody have any questions? Somebody commented Deathweb is second rarest. I can't confirm or deny.
See, I've heard Llama say that, but then like I have crazy math gurus in my Discord that said Man Songs is actually the second rarest item. I don't really know. It's that thing where it's like 1 out of 259,000 odds, 261,000 odds. It's like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah,
They're both super rare, but
right. They said they use. Well, the guy's saying he used the Silo Spin drop calculator,
okay.
and he said Deathweb came up as second. But I mean, I
Ooh,
can't
think
confirm
of-
or deny.
Yeah, like it. Whatever. They're both up there. They're both like they're all extremely rare.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see it. Technically, D-Web is slightly more rare. Okay, so here's what they're saying. In terms of numbers, Deathweb is the second rarest. Okay.
Mhm.
Ivalan, thank you very much for the subscription. So they're saying in terms of drop numbers, D-Web is more rare, but D-Web has a quality level of either 85 or 84. They didn't tell me, but Man Songs has a quality level of 86. So D-Web is slightly rare to drop, but D-Web can drop off more monsters where quality level 86, Man Songs can only drop off of oh wow, it's quality level 73. Okay. So D-Web is rare to drop, but can drop off more monsters. Man Songs is a little less rare to drop, but Man Songs can only drop off of champions and boss packs in level 85 areas, or like Neelathak, Pendle, or Bale. So that's what the
it was.
argument is.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
I remember somebody saying that. So yeah, on paper, yeah, Deathweb is rare, but yeah, like you said, it just drops more. Well, more enemies can drop it. So I mean, it's
Yeah.
arguable. You know, it's debatable. There are more
Death-
enemies, but will they drop
Deathweb is
though?
more useful, but
Oh
because
yeah,
you can use it for poison necro, right? Have you made a poison necro?
yeah. Oh yeah, I've had one for a couple years.
So you went 75 FCR D-Web?
I never really went with the FCR, to be honest with you. I was so disappointed with it that, man, it was kind of like how Infinity is. You know, you're expecting to just destroy everything. You're taking away Lightning Immune, and then when you actually get down to it, you have to really gear that Necro.
Yeah.
And Poison Necro for me is fun, but it wasn't as amazing as I thought it was going to be.
Where did you farm with it? Because I know that, like, it's kind of funny. Anything necro related, there's like 2 or 3 guys on my Discord that like they're literally like necro gods. Like, you should like, I don't know if are you actually on my Discord, DJ? I don't know if you're. I'm on yours, but anyways, these guys like melt everything. Like whether it's like summon necro, poison necro, whatever, they're like corpse exploding, like blowing shit up. But they farm mostly pits with the poison necro.
Right.
And so, and some of them run like Hodo Spirit, and they do the 125 FCR setup, and then some of them do the 75 FCR setup with D-Web. So
Now,
But I
are
don't
they
know,
doing
whenever they-
Poison Nova or Corpse Explosion?
both.
Yeah.
Like when you watch them, like they like teleport around, cast lower resistance, cast their Poison Nova, and then like the second that second a monster dies, they're like blowing everything up with explosion. Like they're literally like necro gods. Like I'm not a good player with the necro. They're like really, but they have no problem clearing the pits with poison necro.
Yeah, so I've seen that too. But I think a lot of it is that the poison isn't necessarily the good part, you know? It's like just getting that first kill, and then Corpse Explosion is the best part. So poison,
Yeah.
but the reason I was kind of disappointed in the poison is because it takes a couple seconds to do the damage.
Right. It's
where
not like
where I found bone to just be so much faster, like dead, and poison like
Really.
oh yeah,
Really?
oh yeah,
That is interesting that you say that because, like the guys that love playing Necro, they love summon and poison, and they hate the bone. That's
really.
really it's really interesting. Yeah, they yeah. See, like right now, the guy in chat, Thelch and Ben, they're both like really no Necro, and they
Oh
he
man.
Thelch is asking if you're stoned. He they hate bone Necro, like they
Ah.
absolutely hate bone Necro.
I don't love bone either, but I'm just saying if I was gonna get my first kill, I would take just for the very first kill, I would take the bone.
Right.
If you
Okay.
do it right, because again, with Corpse Explosion, that's the main skill, and that's where you're doing your damage. So you just need whatever can get you that first one. This just like in cows, as soon as you get just a single cow, everything's dead instantly.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they like their argument for the because I've talked to them, they're gonna help me build up my Necro because I'm not really experienced in Necro at all, really. Like I know the theory crafting, but am I good at playing it? No. But like they say that the problem is like if you have like a godly white wand, you know you stack all your skill, your full inventory is full of bone skillers, that it's still only like 6 or 7 or maybe 8k like bone spear, but like hammered in, it's easy to get like 11 12k magic hammers, right? So
True.
I don't
True.
know, you need like really good gear for the bone necro.
I
That's
think
what
you
they
need good
basically
gear
say.
either way,
Well,
even
yeah, true.
with
You
poison.
Yeah, that's true.
Necros are just expensive in general.
Okay, he's telling me max is 5k. Okay, apparently around max is 5k for bone spear damage.
Yeah, but I mean, you can do it either way, right? Like if you YouTube bone spear, I'm sure it'll come up. Like I've never personally done it, but I've seen it on YouTube videos, right? I mean, any way that you get your first kill, it doesn't really matter because Corpse Explosion is so OP that it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. But yeah, I love it, man. I love Necros, but I don't really play them because again, I play so many ladders that like I started one ladder with a Necro. It was like the worst thing I ever did in my life. It was terrible, dude.
You
It was
hated it?
hard. Oh, it was so hard, man. It was
Yeah.
really difficult. Where sorcerers are so OP that you just teleport, do Andy Meph, get rich, boom, characters maxed out. And then Necro was like I always had to be in a team, or it was just super slow by myself until I got that good gear, and it was torture. So now I always do Sork first, and then just get all the gear that I need for my Necro, and then just pretty much give them everything good. I think
Right.
it's more effective.
It's kind of funny. Like I'm playing with the Javazon right now, right? And whenever like I used to play a lot in ladder, like back in the day, or back in the day, like 4, 5, 6 ladders ago. But I used to always play Boazon. So I would have like Faith Boazon or whatever, and like you need to have such good gear for a Boazon to be like remotely good, and there's still like a glass cannon, and it's like you have a decent Javazon setup, and you just melt everything. Like I love the Javazon.
I love Javazon, dude. So good. Javazons are OP for sure. I love it, but they're definitely OP.
I needed damn Griffins to really get my Javazon shine.
Yeah, I needed Griffins. That's one of the things I didn't find on my single player. I want to find a Wind Force really bad too, man.
Make a Boazon?
No, I hate Bosons.
But you just want to find it.
I just want to find it because like pre 110, I used to love the Boazon, man. So good. Oh my god.
Yeah, now it's I don't know. Like you got your full inventory of like 2020s, perfect faith. Sometimes you see those crazy armors that they're like the jeweler, monarch of the whale, and then they have like 4 perfect 1540 jewels in it and all that crap.
Yeah, exactly. D2JSP.
and they're still not as good as like a budget Javazon.
Right.
Which is crazy.
And Jmod.
Have you ever found a 15 or any Ruby Jewel of Fervor, I found 3 on Pluggy. One
Yeah.
was 1533, and then the other ones were 1511 and 1513. So they were complete trash. Like they were called like
That sucks.
Ruby Jewel of like, I don't know, or Carbuncle or something. There was a really weird name because it wasn't actually Fervor for the roll.
So I don't.
Vicky, thank you very much for the sub.
So I don't remember what the name of the jewel was, but when I first started doing Pluggy and I was in Kuwait and when I was deployed, I found a 1539, right? And
Oh, damn.
dude, so I was like, oh, but you got to understand again. Back then there wasn't a lot of people playing Pluggy, so I didn't even know that you could transfer things in Pluggy, right? And so
Thank you for the sub, sir.
and
Sorry,
so
I mean to interrupt you.
it's all right. And so I didn't know that like you could swap between characters and blah blah blah. And I don't remember what happened, but I ended up like tossing it or something. I don't know what happened. I put it in something crappy or something. And people were like, no, no, in Pluggy, you know, people were watching me. You can transfer in Pluggy. I was like, oh crap, I didn't know that. Yeah, there was no information back then.
Like you were all sorceress, and so you just
yeah, I was like,
didn't
eh.
think about.
Yeah, I was like, I'll put this in my
I
G
still would've-
face, whatever.
I still would have held it on for like like you said, G face, but whatever. Like live and learn, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know about here. You want to talk about stupid things that like you kind of learn along the way. I didn't know about the extra, like the way you could keep stashing more and more gold in your stash. I didn't know
Oh.
about that until I found that out like 3 months ago. So that was like a stupid thing that I didn't know about Pluggy. Golden Foe, thank you very much for the sub.
Now is that a
But that's
YouTube
something
sub,
that I didn't know.
or that's the other sub thing you were talking about?
Which?
You said on YouTube started a thing where you could like do the
Oh
monthly.
no, that's just no. They call them members. That's just
Member.
regular YouTube subscribers. Yeah,
Okay,
that's just regular YouTube subscribers.
that makes sense. Crap, what was I gonna say was important?
1540 Jewel.
15.
something.
It's right after that. Oh yeah, a project that I've been working on for quite some time. And chat, do not steal my idea. Okay, I'm working on this hard. So you heard it here first. So I'm trying to actually gamble a Tyrael's Might and a Griffin's.
Oh crap!
And so I've been working on this for probably I don't know, a month or two. But it's kind of been on hold because I've been moving and playing Path of Diablo, but I want to get back to it. And so I've spent 200 million gold so far, and it was using that same stash that you were talking about. And I mean, I want to keep going, and I'm hoping to get it within a few years or something. Like, how cool would that be one day, to finally get it, either a Griffin's or a Tyrael's Might? I know it's super ambitious. It's probably not going to happen, but it's possible.
It's actually funny it's funny that you mentioned that because somebody on my Discord, they did gamble at Griffin's. They gambled at Griffin's.
That's awesome.
And then somebody else on my Discord, don't worry, he doesn't. He just plays for fun. Like he's not a content creator, but he wants to grind 1 billion gold, and then he wants to try and get ridiculously godly rare. So it's not really the same thing, but like he's been farming Trav. He wants to get 1 billion gold, and then he's just going to gamble circlets and coronets nonsense.
Nice.
Yeah. Like you're trying to get Tyrael's Might, but like he's just basically doing the same thing, but for like godly circlets and that kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure, man. But I actually earn all my gold, so like it's tough. It's hard.
He's Trav farming too. He's not cheating. But
yeah, it's tough, man. Like it gets boring because I do it on my Sork. I don't have a barb, and so I just farm. Yeah, but
how much gold fine you have on your sorceress?
I think it's like 1,800, something like that.
Is that possible?
Yeah,
1,800.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, so I get. I think I have. It was
around 1,000 or something.
Oh no, way over that. God, I can't. Just off the top of my head, I gotta kind of remember because it's been a while since I've done it. So I use Chansey's. I think I use Inferno boots. If not Inferno, it's one of those boots that gives me gold. That might be the wrong one.
It's
it's been a while.
Use like two dwarf stars.
Yes, 2 dwarfs. I use Yep, gold wrap. I use a
Okay,
shield.
never mind. You're right. You're right. People in chat are saying you can get 2,000 easily. Okay.
Yeah, and then I get like a bunch of ist in what is it, a crystal sword? Like I said, it's been a while, and a shield, and what's the helm? Crown of Thieves, I believe, is 200%.
Yeah. Crown of Thieves, yeah.
Yeah, and I have like, on my pluggy, you always save like gold fine grand charms. I don't know if you do, but I do. And so,
I don't know.
oh yeah, so I have like a crap load saved. I have almost all 40s, and then I have like a bunch of 10s and like 9s small charms. Just max out the
Right.
inventory.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know there's some guys that have made six lemmed crystal swords and stuff like that.
Lamb, that's what I meant. My bad. Yeah, it's lamb. Stuff like that. So I mean, I could get a lot more, but it gets to the point where, I mean, when you have that much on a Sork, Sorks are so squishy. I have no
Yeah.
resistance. I have no faster cast rate, and
Right.
I try not to get to that 2,000 because I need to break at least, a couple break points because I mean it's bad, man. It's like shoo,
Yeah.
shoo, and I don't like that. So,
Yeah. Like when I did 1,000 Travancore run video, where like obviously I wasn't going for gold, I was just going for runes, but I was running that 12,000 blizzard setup and like just trying to melt shit as fast as I quickly could, right? So, but that's like a different approach. You're not gold farming, but I got a cool question here from Daniel. Daniel Wallen. I don't know if you saw it in chat, DJ.
okay, I
Asked
see
us
it.
our opinions on the cow running character.
For fun or effective?
Both, I guess. Alan McFarland, thank you very much for the sub.
Okay, for fun, there's nothing like a Javazon. Like, I would say there's nothing more fun in the entire game to me than a Javazon clearing cows. Like, nothing like it. It's just, and they all explode. Arguably Necro's on par, but yeah, definitely Javazon for me for fun. And then I guess effectiveness. Probably a Necro.
Isn't players like anything higher than players 3? It kind of gets slow for Javazon. I don't ever farm cows. 'Cause it's good for runes and like jewelry, but like you can't drop really rare stuff there, so I just don't bother.
Yeah, so I only do it for
drop,
runes.
For runes, yeah.
I mean, I've dropped Stones of Jordan on a rock there. I've gotten it's still a rune. I've gotten Talzami and stuff, but like, yeah, I don't ever go there with that character to get items.
Thank you for the sub, Andre. So we got some guys from chat. They're saying Fire Sorceress, Poison, Necro, for like. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of what's that guy's name? Jeebus? I think it's JC Jeebus. His YouTube video. Oh my god, he clears cows in about 1:25 with his Necro with Enigma.
Oh really?
Now, yeah, and he doesn't kill every single cow, right? He kills the big hordes, which you should do if you're really going for time. You're not gonna go kill 3 cows, but yeah, dude, it's absolutely incredible. Like, it's insane. It's wild. What about you? What do you pick?
I kind of agree with your list, man. Either probably Javazon Necro. I mean, people ask me all the time why I don't. Mike M, thank you very much for the sub. People ask me all the time why I don't farm cows with my sorceress. And it's because she's level 90. She's almost level 98. And like, I can clear cows with a Blizzard Sorceress, but when you're streaming and you're like interacting with chat and stuff, what happens if I get an amplified damage curse on me and I do one bad teleport by mistake into like a pack of cows? What happens, DJ?
You're gonna die.
Yeah. So like, because you know how you're switching back and forth between teleport and Blizzard, right? You make one mistake with like a level 97 and 3/4 character, and then you're back down to hours of grinding experience to just get back. So that's why I never ever grind cows. Plus, I have all kinds of high runes, so I don't really.
Yeah. You should use your Zon though.
I could actually.
Oh man, there's nothing like it, dude. It's just like, oh, dude, I love it. I love it. I love running around with like an Enigma on or something.
It sounds sounds dumb, but I can't. The reason why I can't justify it, and like
Mm.
when I watched you on stream, like yeah, you were like smoking everything, like you were like clearing shit, get your rune drops and stuff. But the reason why I can't justify it is like, say like you're farming a bunch of Pindle, right? At least there's still the chance something like Griffins or Death Fathom or something like that can drop, right? But you could do a million cow runs, you're never gonna find an item. So I feel like you should spend your time like farming areas that can drop stuff like the rare uniques. Like I don't know, that's
That's valid. No, it makes sense. A
the
lot of
way
people
I
are like
kind of
that.
see it.
A lot of people are like that.
Like some people that are like super obsessed with the Holy Grail, they hate the idea of farming Pindle because they say it's a waste of time because you're spending all that time magic finding a boss that will never drop Tyrael, which
Forget that.
it makes sense if you're really obsessed with completing the Grail.
Yeah.
But he can also drop your other stuff like Death Fathom and that
He could drop you like everything but what? 3 items?
yeah, Arachnid's Mesh, Tyrael's Might, and
Crowns of Ages.
sorry, no, Azarath.
No, Crowns of Ages too, right? I'm pretty sure I can't
No.
drop that.
No, it's Azarath. It's Azarath, Arachnid's Mesh, and Tyrael's because they all have 87 quality level and Pindle monster level.
Hmm.
So that's like the reason why you can't.
Yeah, but I mean that's only a couple items in the entire game. Like I love Pindle. I love Pindle, dude.
Yeah,
Do you like
he's
Pindle?
fun. Like, I'm farming him right now, man. He's a blast.
Oh yeah. Oh, somebody asked a question. Daniel asked a good question in your chat. Titans or Thunderstrokes? I am a huge Titans fan. All day, every day.
Yeah, it's situational. Like I do bail runs on this Javazon. I keep T-strokes in my inventory. And then when I go to do bail, I just switch to T-strokes and then I can charge strike.
That's
You
pretty
can kill
smart.
him quicker with charge strike because T-strokes has the like the -15 light res, right? So
That's a good point. I never thought
but
of that.
that's the only time I use it. Like for everything else, like 2 to Sword Skills, 3 to Hydra. Yeah. Maybe I'll keep that for a weird Hydra source build. But
That's a
yeah,
good
like
point for sure.
The replenish on Titans is awesome.
Yeah.
If
Eh.
if Thunderstrokes had replenish on it, I would use Thunderstrokes all day, just because that -15 light res. If you like combine that with a Griffins, it would be huge. Like you do lose out on stuff from Titans, but
Faster
if
run
T-strokes
walk
had that
too.
replenish-
I
If what?
a faster run walk too.
yeah.
I love moving quickly. Like I always wear, depending on the situation, of course, Cat's Eye, as much faster run walk as I can on the boots, Titans, small charms, grand charms. I love to get skillers with run walk, and I usually have like 100 run walk. Just run. Like I do not like walking. You know.
I have what do I have right now? I have 100%. I have 100% right now.
That's good. Yeah.
So I could get more with like Cat's Eye.
And then Enigma, man. If you get that Enigma, oh my goodness. Do you have Enigma
That's what
on?
I'm rocking.
Okay,
That's what I'm
yeah,
rocking
yeah.
right now, man.
Yeah, Enigma's crazy.
I love being able to reposition the mercenary to get the Infinity Aura. It's so good.
I got one more
Like,
question.
Okay, are you going to bed soon? Or what?
Yeah, I do need to.
Yeah.
But I
I
got
hear
one more
you, yeah.
question. I've been
Okay,
saving
sure.
it. Okay.
All right.
Enigma. Good for the game or bad for the game?
Good for the game.
Good for the game, you said?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
hard to make, right? It's not like Grief, where Grief is super easy to make and it's super powerful. It's hard to make, and it opens up so many other characters and makes them viable. Like a Hammered In, Wind Druid, they all suck without Enigma, right?
Yeah.
It makes farming more efficiently being able to teleport around, because I feel like the game would be 90% Blizzard sorceresses and the odd like barbarian and like druid for like team support on Battle.net, right? So you have like a druid for the Oak Sage, you'd have like a barb for battle orders, and everything else would just be like sorceresses teleporting everywhere. So I think it's a good thing that it adds variety to the game for character builds. And I don't even think it's that, like it's a super overpowered item, but I feel like I feel like it's balanced really well because you look at it, it has like no resistance on it, right? So if
Mhm.
you're going to use Enigma, you have to work hard elsewhere to cap your resistance, right?
Mhm.
And I don't know. I feel like it's balanced. Like you need a jaw and a burr to make it, and I feel like what you get for what you make, it's a good trade off. Where like you look at Last Wish, super expensive, jaw mal, jaw sword, jaw burr, and it's really only good for like Ubers. Everything else, it's not really that good of a weapon or a rune word, and it's super expensive. Or you look at Grief, it's like really cheap to make. You just need one low and powerful. So I feel like it's right in the middle of being balanced properly. So you got like, your Grief is too easy to make, too powerful. Last Wish is too expensive, and it's only really niche oriented for a couple characters. So that was a really long answer, but I think that it's not overpowered. I think it's like exactly where it should be.
I agree. I always get told though. Well, people always complain that Enigma ruined the game, changed the game too much. But yeah, I think it's a good spot because it's really hard to get, especially on like single player. Like it's not easy to get your first jaw and burr rune, especially to find one, and even trading for them first month of ladder is really difficult. It's not like it's a freebie, and you have such an advantage as a sorceress to teleport, and you get rich so much faster than everybody that I think it's fair because other characters deserve to teleport end game, and I think it's a good for the game. And again, there's not much to do in the game anyways, so it's kind of like I like having those hard things towards the end.
Yeah.
So.
Like, but is their counter argument? Like they'd rather be like Hammerdins charging everywhere, like running around charging. Like, is that what they'd rather?
They say it's not fair because like that's what a sorceress has over other characters. So like the druid has oak sage, I don't know, the necro has whatever course explosion and summoning, and then the source is good for that, and then you're giving everybody else that capability, so it kind of makes them useless. And then they're also usually the same people that are like, well, rune words pretty much ruin the game anyways. 1.9 was better. Those type of people.
Right.
But what would
Runewords
you
didn't
do
ruin the
though?
game. They just made like they made a large amount of like not as useful because Runeword counterparts were better. But like I wouldn't say they ruined the game, but I
Yeah,
guess everybody's got a different opinion, right? Like
for sure.
I'm sure I'm gonna get comments on this video after about like, you like single player more than ladder.
What, you noob? What's the point, man? What's the point? That's what I get told all the time.
Oh, I know, I get that one too.
Oh,
I
you.
made a video where I made my top 5 drops so far this year on Pluggy.
Uh-huh.
The very, very start of the video, I was like, these are all drops on single player. And I know some of you don't like single player. I personally find it more rewarding. But then I'm like, but I don't have anything against you guys if you play ladder, but these are just my best single player drops. So keep in mind, single player is different than ladder, right? And then I got a bunch of messages that are like, what do you have against ladder? It's you can make like the nicest disclaimer at the start of a video and you still have people like flip out. It's like you can't win. You just have to learn to like there's
Absolutely
nothing else you can do, right?
You get so used to it. I'm sure you know. Content creators
I
know.
don't
They've been doing it for a while.
when I first started YouTube, it's like bugs you a little bit because you put a lot of effort into it and then you have somebody like shit all over the video, but you just get to the point where like you're immune to it, you know what I mean?
I'm so immune. Like
You just don't even have the
you could
time to
say
acknowledge it. So.
anything to me. Like I will straight up just block you and that's it. Like I won't even I used to be like explain myself, and try to ration with people. And it's like, forget you, block. That's it. Like
Yeah,
it's so much easier.
yeah, for sure.
But there is a typhoon coming. No joke, there is one coming in a couple hours, and it should end maybe Friday night or Saturday morning. So the next couple days, I'll be in a typhoon. They're locking down the base here.
Oh geez.
Yeah, so hopefully I still have power, and hopefully I can check the comments on your stream and then the video that I'll upload. And
Yeah, I'll make
yeah.
sure I want to go through the comments on you.
Yeah, so we'll hear
for
some of
sure.
this wonderful feedback. So, dude, thank you so much, man. Like, we've been cool for a while. We've been talking for a while, and it's really great to connect with you. And I think it's even greater for the community, because it's not that often that you can get people together. So, thank you so much, man, for having me on.
Sure. Absolutely, man. Yeah. Okay. So just give me 1 second here. Let me finish my.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. So Daniel, thank you very much for the sub. And yeah, DJ, this was a blast. I actually really enjoyed this, and you are my luck charm. I found a plain lightning skiller and Mara's, so that was pretty sweet.
Shaco.
But yeah, thank you. I got a couple thank yous. One, thank you for, like you said, you're a cool guy. Very like down to earth. Inspired me to do YouTube, so thank you for that. That's awesome. Two, thank you for your service. I am Canadian, you're American, but
Woo-woo.
regardless, like my brother's in the military, so like I have a lot of respect for anybody who does do that. So thank you very much for that, and thank you very much for inviting me to do this. You're the first person from the community that's actually reached out and wanted to do a collab. So thank you for all those three things.
Yeah, man. Thank you. All right, man. I can't wait to see that 10,000. And this is what the community wants from you. Everybody type it, 10,000 runs, boys. We want a 10,000 run video. Nah.
I already did one.
We want another one. 10,000 subs,
Yep.
10,000
Oh,
runs.
God.
Hype it up. I want to see it in the comment section. All right, brother. I got to go. Good luck
Okay.
with that one. All right,
Oh,
dude.
geez.
Take care,
All
buddy.
right, later, man.
All right, bud.
Peace out, buddy.